G'day! Today I'm going to have a look at the Clivus Multrum CMLP. This particular model is a split system batch style composting toilet, of which there are two similar models like this in the Clivus Multrum range. This one here, the CMLP, stands for Clivus Multrum Low Profile. The other similar model is the CMHP, which stands for Clivus Multrum High Profile. The difference between the two models is basically in the size and capacity. This one here being the low profile, or in other words being the shorter of the two models, means that it's well suited for situations where there is minimal clearance below the toilet room floor. It was originally designed for the tiny house market and is suitable for use by 2 or 3 people. It's a well designed, well built setup, and I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on what comes in the standard package and have a little bit of a look at some of its features. So in the CMLP package we have got, firstly, a bunch of consumables to get you started. We've got the ventilation and drainage pipes. We've got 2 chambers as standard, although more can be added to increase the capacity if need be. We've got the waste chute. We've got the poly fittings for excess liquid drainage. We've got the PVC fittings for the ventilation, the fan and transformer for the ventilation. We've got a couple of extra little fittings, the wheels and axles, a crankshaft, and of course the pedestal. This pedestal shown here is called the poly marble pedestal. The CMLP package usually comes standard with the porcelain palisade pedestal, which looks like this. And there are also a range of other pedestal options compatible with this setup. The wheels simply push onto the axles, and then the axles slot in underneath the chamber. The chamber lids are secured with a couple of clips, and around the back a couple of locking brackets. Underneath the lid here, inside the chamber, we can see the stainless steel mixing arm. And the double walled chamber with holes in the base and walls allow for drainage through the bottom and airflow all around the compost pile. The mixing arm is activated with this crank connection, which spins this cog, which then moves the cog of the mixing arm. The crank connection is turned with the crank handle provided. This mixes up the compost pile to assist in the composting process. On the lid of the out of service chamber is a small ventilation outlet. And on the lid of the in service chamber there's the hole for the waste chute. As is the case with most composting toilets, these chambers have an outlet for the ventilation and airflow, and they also have an outlet at the bottom for connection to a drainage outlet pipe for the excess liquids. This setup here has a cam lock fitting on the liquid pipe to allow for ease of connection and disconnection when changing over the compost chambers. Yep. That's it.
I got this.